What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction and Hobbies? Rolling in from Mike's Train House, Alco FA1s with Protosound 3.0. A cooperative venture between the American Locomotive Company and their neighbors, the General Electric Corporation, the FA was essentially a trimmed-down freight-hauling version of Alco's iconic PA passenger locomotives. Built to compete with EMD's FT series engines, the perceived need for expediency led Alco to push forward with production before their innovative 244 series power plant was fully tested. A grave misstep, as the resulting issues with reliability ultimately led Alco into bankruptcy and GE into decades of chasing EMD's coattails throughout the marketplace. But where Alco stumbled, MTH has gotten it right, producing exquisitely detailed models of this iconic machine. Painted in the Pennsylvania Railroad's famous Brunswick green livery, these models feature road-specific details such as dual rooftop antennas and over-windshield grab irons. But there's more than beauty to these beasts, for beneath their detailed shells beats a dual-motor heart with flywheel drive and precision-meshed gears. And in addition to all that, there's separately applied grab irons, directional lighting, and scale KD couplers with remote uncoupling action. Also available in Union Pacific, Great Northern, Reading, and Lehigh Valley liveries. Come pick yours up today. Also arriving on our shelves this month, Proto 2000 080 steam switchers. Designed and built during World War I to handle increased wartime tonnage in American freight yards, these workhorses were stout, reliable, and packed as much raw power onto their frames as many road locomotives did less than a decade earlier. With optimized weighting and traction tires, these authentic models are capable of moving up to 60 HO-scale freight cars at a stretch. Available either with or without DCC and sound, other features include electrical pickup through both the locomotive and tender, separately applied detail parts, nickel-silver plated RP25 wheels, 5-pole skew-wound motor with balanced armature, working cab windows, directional lighting, and precision speed control accurate down to 3 scale miles per hour. Available in 5 different road names as well as undecorated, ready for painting into your favorite road. Then, on a more modern note, Intermountain presents the General Electric ES44AC. Part of GE's ultra-clean running Evolution series, these 4,400 horsepower Goliaths are some of the most common power to be found on American Class I railroads. Built with Intermountain's characteristic attention to detail, features such as flashing ditch lights, a full set of MU connections, freestanding windshield wipers and grab irons, see-through vents, wire handrails, KD couplers, and a fully detailed cab are all standard. Meanwhile, under the long hood, a precision-wound motor with meshed gears and flywheel drive provides smooth, slow-speed operation in either DC or DCC modes. Available in over 24 liveries, so there's plenty to choose from. Choose yours today. Turning to news from Athern, 55-foot covered hoppers are now arriving in their ready-to-roll line. Typically used for hauling bulk agricultural commodities such as rice or corn, these aluminum-bodied cars are fixtures on the unit trains that crisscross the Midwest, hauling the bounty of America's grain belt to coastal ports for export to a hungry world. offering features such as shelf couplers, 36-inch wheels, razor-sharp paint, and factory-applied detail parts such as grab irons, etched metal roof walks, and prototypical brake wheels. Quality of workmanship is built into each and every unit shipped. And also from Athearn's ready-to-roll line, F-59 PHI locomotives of Amtrak, California. First introduced in 1994 as a replacement for EMD's aging F-40 shoebox locos and their less-than-stellar performing F-59 PH design, these shovel-nosed machines have since become fixtures on more than a dozen regional routes across the United States and Canada. DCC ready and equipped with separately applied detail parts, more than a dozen prototypical liveries are available, including several promotional paint schemes from programs such as Operation Lifesaver and others. Returning to freight equipment, Red Caboose and Walthers are going toe-to-toe this month, with each releasing its own line of stock cars, fully assembled and ready to run. Red Caboose strikes first in this battle, offering exquisite detail in every respect. Wire grab irons, razor-sharp lettering, full end details, where it's really easy to forget about such things, and a fully detailed underframe sell the realism in a way few models do. But not to be outdone, Walthers punches back with its own limited edition offering of previously unproduced road numbers, featuring an injection molded body with optimized weighting, operating doors, dreadnought ends, and metal wheels and couplers. Round up a few for your layout today. And Walthers keeps the fun right on rolling with 14,000-gallon Trinity molten sulfur tanks. Commonly found in the vicinity of oil refineries and fertilizer plants, these thoroughly modern cars use an internal steam heating system to keep their cargo at a toasty 250 degrees Fahrenheit, proving that there is still a place for steam on the railroad. Built with see-through photo-etched walkways and end platforms, full underbody detail with brake piping and steam inlet and outlet valves, 36-inch metal wheels, and Protomax metal couplers. The detail here is so extensive, it's got everything but the sulfur stains, and that telltale aroma of rotten eggs. Rotten egg smell sold separately. And on a similarly cylindrical note, Intermountain is proud to introduce riveted tank cars of the 1950s era. Built in an era before welded construction was feasible, Southern Pacific was noted for equipping many of these cars to haul liquid sugar, marking them as such with the now iconic bold S on the dome. These cars were frequent guests at sugar mills throughout California, from Crockett on the Carquinez Strait, east to Tracy and Manteca, and south to the Imperial Valley. Factory equipped with wood-grained running boards, full underbody detail, freestanding handrails, and metal wheels and couplers. Now you can tell your modeling friends, tanks for the... Nah, too easy. Meanwhile, in other cliché news, KD is getting into the holiday spirit with their 2013 Christmas car. Based on a standard 1950s boxcar with 8-foot superior doors and dreadnought ends, this car features a festive holiday motif with colorful graphics, as well as freestanding brake rigging and roof walks. So bring the spirit of the season home to your layout this year. And speaking of Christmas deliveries, 2-bay offset side coal hoppers are also now available from Intermountain. Built with a tapered top edge for added reinforcement against heavy loads, these 50-ton capacity cars were ubiquitous throughout the Northeast and Great Lakes regions during the middle of the 20th century. And with characteristic flair, Intermountain has done justice to these models by including such elements as end platform details, wire grab irons, metal wheels, brake rigging, and latching hardware for the 4 unloading hatches. And then there's Cato, whose latest offering includes Phase 3 superliners in Amtrak's famous cigar band paint scheme. Standard equipment on all of Amtrak's intercity routes since the early 1980s, superliners have long since become the public personification in many a person's view of America's railroad. And Cato doesn't disappoint, building these cars with scale fluting and tinted windows, as well as optimized weighting and fully detailed interiors. And for the next level of realism, an optional interior lighting kit can be installed for added effect. But don't miss out, these cars are being produced in limited quantities, so reserve yours today. And finally, for those who we haven't seen in a while, come on down to the store and see what progress we've been making on our new HON3 layout. Things are really starting to take shape on the slim gauge, with track work and bridge building progressing at an impressive rate. Soon it will be time for landscaping, and another small wonderland will come to life. So drop by Rogers Railroad Junction and Hobbies today.